Hey, what's up guys, Plague Spores here. Today I'm playing Shen top. Going just pure tank Shen, seeing what we can do. I'm playing with my friend Deadpool as Twitch and Ice Feather as Braum. Just hoping to have a good game. I am taking attack speed marks, attack speed Quints, magic resist Glyphs, and armor seals. Pretty typical except for more attack speed. So for my masteries, I'm just dumping it all in defense just because I can. And really just the more beefcake I am, the better. So let's see what's going on here. So I do believe, yes, I'm against Ren top. Typically pretty easy lane when I'm against Ren as Shen. You just know how to play him. If you start losing your lane, you just try to bait him into your turret and win. You just have to be mindful when his ult is up.
With balanced steps.
So I'm going to go ahead and start my boots and 4 health pots. And I'll go ahead and head top. So as you may know, if you've watched my other videos, I said that I was primarily going to be playing Shen, but I figured that would be boring, and since I really meant posting Shen videos, but I do play other champions, so I will post other champions as well, but I will hold true to, I will be posting a lot of Shen videos, all different types, every lane, from top, mid, jungle, support, I'll do it all, and I'll try out different builds, from my proc build, where it's just attack speed and health, to pure tank. And also, a little AP Shen, but if you have any suggestions for builds, just let me know. I'm always open to trying new builds. So I start with Q. That's pretty typical when I play top lane. I always start with my Q in case two reasons. It's easy harass. You can just easily harass. Most of these top laners are melee tanky champions, so you can just, once you get it up to level 3, you start really doing some decent damage to them, just poking them every time it comes off cooldown. The other reason is if you need to put some distance between you and their top tank, you or their bruiser, you just go use it to last hit minions, and that helps you heal up as well, so you get sustain out of that.
Tread carefully.
So early on as Shen, I'm not too worried about taking damage. I do have my health pots, and I know I have my Q for healing. So whenever you start taking lots of damage and you go on defensive, you just kind of lead him to your turret. And if he's foolish enough to come to your turret when you have your E, that's a good thing. You can just taunt him under your turret, and usually early on like this, you will kill him, no matter what champion it is. And later on, it's also a good way to bait out his ultimate.
Press on.
So as you see, I went ahead and taunted here and ignited, and because he was under the turret, he got a little too comfortable there. He just came a little forward past his minions, and the turret started shooting him. I took that opportunity to go ahead and taunt him, so he attacks me and stays there a little bit longer, and ignite, and that'll take him down. No ultimate to really get away.
I find them unworthy.
He says it was a fluke, but I hope that's him talking about walking into the turret against a Shen. If you're playing against a Shen, be very mindful of that. A lot of Shen players really try to bait you into that. Yeah, because it's a very effective method.
An ally has been slain.
So I like also, if you're in other lanes when there's a Shen in game, keep an eye for Shen's shield on your lane opponent, because Shens will also wait until you're diving them under a turret and attacking them, and he'll ultimate in and taunt you under the turret. So you really got to be mindful looking for that that shield. Likewise, if you are on the same team as the Shen, you gotta be able to recognize Shen's shield. Know when he's coming in. Because when he's coming in and you have his shield, you don't want to be running away. You want to be sticking it out and fighting, because as soon as he gets there, especially under turret, as soon as he gets there, good Shen will taunt them off of you and just let you beat on them. So, as you can see, I'm pretty much out trading this Ren pretty easily. That's what happens when you build your Q up pretty fast against that Ren. The poke is just too much. And all while you do heal off of attacking him. So, it just forces him out of lane as much as possible and lets you farm.
Enforced equilibrium.
So go ahead and ult Shaco here because he got called out. And it looks like I missed my taunt, which is going to cost him his life. And do I get the kill here? I should get the kill, but I don't think I do. Yeah, because that knock up, I do not get the kill. And do I make it out? No, I'm going to die here. Nope. I was able to taunt away.
An enemy has been slain.
So typically when I'm playing tank Shen, I max my Q first, then my E second. When I'm playing mid, it highly depends on my laning opponent.
From the shadows.
If it's somebody like a Lux, I will go ahead and max my W and my E first, and use my Q really just for last hitting minions. Your shield becomes a lot more important against their AoE, against some champions mid, and then your taunt really helps with those skill shots. So it helps you dodge those stuns from Lux like a champ. So again, when I'm playing support, I start with my taunt, but I max my W first, get my shield going. The reason that being is you want your taunt so you can easily take the focus off of your AD carry and place it onto you. You also want it so you can initiate fights and keep them, stick them there so they can't get away. The reason why you max that shield first is because you're constantly taunting into them and taking all the aggro onto yourself. So you definitely want to be able to shield as often as possible, because usually you want to put yourself between your ADC and your laning opponents. That way you can draw all the attention and poke them down with a weak Q, which is usually just scary enough. They back off when you poke, even though it's not much damage with a level 1 Q. So this Ren is just constantly just running away. So he pops his ult there, and I'm not going to be able to kill him.
An enemy has been slain.
So finish up, jungle. Jungle, when I jungle Shen, I will start with my W and then max my Q first. And so then I go Q and E, typical. And a lot of times I'll play, so I got a little too aggressive here. I believe he used his summoners. Or no, he didn't have it. But I believe I was just too aggressive here under the turret. I thought I had it. And he ignited me, I think, and with the turret shots and him and the minions, I died because I got a little too ham. So I'm rushing Sunfire Cape. When you're going tank Shen, good Shen players, there's two things that you will need to just dominate the game. The rest doesn't really matter. You need a Spirit Visage and a Sunfire Cape. Those two items provides the magic resist and the armor enough. So break from that. Right here, I'm watching because they're starting to go in and they focus our ADC, so I go ahead and ult him, and it allows them to get the kill on their support, and I immediately taunt to their ADC for ours to go ahead and get a double kill. So this game I did take Ignite over Teleport. If I teleport and the Ren was pushing top, I would have been easily right back into lane. Luckily, he wasn't. I mean, I don't want to knock him, but that would have been opportune time to push our top turret. He's seeing me down there, knows I don't have teleport. There's nobody around. At least for a moment there, they had eyes on our entire team.
There is no dispute.
Maybe not our jungler, but he's pushing now. But I'm almost there. You know, if he would have pushed while I went ultimate bottom, he probably would have had the turret. And instead, he just backed off for some reason. So I get to save the turret again. Now I will say, if you're still watching this, or you are watching this, sticking through to the end, you should watch at least from 17 minutes into the game till the end. It's actually an insane push from our team. It's like 5 or 6 minutes long, where it's just constant push and pressure, where we go all the way from mid all the way to win the game. So if anything, if you're like not interested in the video, you know, from what you see so far, skip to 17 minutes in and just watch till the end. It's definitely a lot of action, because I know it can be boring watching early game videos, especially, you know, top with the meta, and even though it's changing, the meta's still a lot of tanky bruisers up top, which just turns into a farm lane. So, like I said, at least skip to 17 minutes in the video if you're gonna turn this off and watch. Otherwise, I hope you watch all the way through to the end, from beginning to end. That would be great.
An enemy has been slain.
So one thing you have to do as Shen is you have to, especially tank Shen, you have to be kind of monitoring your entire team's health as much as possible and their locations on the map. Anytime your ult is up or near up, you want to have the knowledge of where your teammates are, what their condition is, and potential ganks or counter ganks. Now, as a teammate to Shen, you should never really, unless they say to, you should never really enter a fight expecting Shen to ultimate. Because there's a lot of times where, you know, they could be fighting their laning opponent, they could be doing something, they could be buying, you know, they might be taking a drink of water while standing in a bush, or, you know, they just might not see it, and, you know, you can't really depend on it all the time. It's amazing when it happens, but you can't really demand it. You just kind of communicate as best as possible. Granted, this is different if you're playing a team and you're voice communicating through a voice chat system, but just do not rely on that shield, like especially early on where it's a weak shield, and he does even shield you, but don't expect him to every time.
Understood.
So Ren's nowhere to be found, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep pushing. But hey, what do you know, there he is. So I'm going to go ahead and just Q him, start throwing my daggers at him.
Find them unworthy.
One thing you can do as Shen, when they're trying to stay in lane and trying to get your siege minion, you can wait till it's very low from
Target marked.
from the enemy minions, or from him attacking with enemy minions, and taunt him right at the last second. It will piss him off if you do that every single time. Just take that siege minion away from him. I don't know why Ren keeps on backing off during this match. He's full health and he just keeps on backing away. I don't know if he's waiting for his enemy jungler. I don't remember, but I played this game was a couple nights ago. Yep, it looks like that's what it was. But by him coming out so soon like that and being aggressive when he hasn't been, just sitting back, it kind of gave me the thinking that, you know, This could be a jungler. He should have really played passive.
From the shadows.
So I'm going to go ahead and flash taunt. I believe I missed him though because they knocked him away, but that's okay, we still get him.
Understood.
So I believe this is the moment that I was talking about. We're about to start here, our insane push. So it starts with Twitch being ganked in mid, and I ultimate him. Now he's sneaking away, but I still ult him just so I can get that taunt and initiate that. Our whole team's kind of just converging on this one section. So we lose an ally, but we decimate their team.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
And here's where the true fun begins. This push was just so amazing, and we were just so hyped after this. It was like perfect teamwork, in and out, just constantly changing their targets by just backing out, coming in, backing out, coming in. I landed amazing taunts for the rest of the game, and we're, I mean, just pushing for so long. If they killed one of our allies, by time they were back up, we're still in there, and they just walk right back and get into the fight again. So it looks like we're on the losing side here. We start pushing back, but with just one taunt, we turn that around on that champion. And I don't know. I think Thresh was trying to go for our ADC, but by just walking like that, he opened the door to his team, and we get them all again with no casualties that time. So here we're gonna go ahead and push and get this turret.
Without a sound.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So, and here goes the inhibitor. So they start spawning, and they're gonna try to come stop this. But the problem, they make the mistake that so many do. They come in one at a time. And what happens when you come in one at a time like this? It's never a good thing. So I get a taunt off here, and Zen just goes down. So here comes Thresh and Ren.
Destroyed an inhibitor.
And I believe our Twitch comes in here and starts going ham. So we're just wailing on this turret while they're beating on us. Because if you notice how we're going in and out, just, you know, they either keep getting hit by the bulk of us and chasing, or they, you know, change their targets. This allows us to kind of refocus the damage onto champions that have higher health. That's also why even though I'm the tank, I didn't really have a chance to go back too much once we started this push. So if you notice, I still just have a giant's belt and some armor. So I hang back some, watching my teammates' health, and whenever they go in on them, I just try to taunt them. Unfortunately, right there, Zen was able to knock me away out of my taunt. So even though we're low in health, we're gonna keep this going. So we start running. Look who's here, it's Braum, so I get the taunt right back in.
Unstoppable.
We just continue with the carnage.
Legendary.
Balance steps.
And we just keep on pushing. Twitch is coming up mid after being killed. So first Braum died, came back up mid. Twitch died, came back up mid.
There is
Just look at our health. Look at our health. And it's Thresh. So I go ahead and taunt, take the aggro off Braum, and we keep wailing.
Enemy has been slain. Dominating.
Here's something that won't wash off.
So wait for my energy, so I have taunt up. we regroup. Shaco's now back after he died. And I go ahead and taunt this in. And we easily take him down. It's just no matter what they do at this point. From them fighting us, you know, 1v4 or 1v5, even 1v3s, you know, it just allowed us to get fed and just farm. Ridiculous amount of farm, and, you know, minus my farm. I farm with assists. But as you see, it doesn't really matter because I have like 4,600 gold and only 3 items, no full items. But who needs items when you're tank Shen? So I did die right here. But it looks like this is like the grand finale. And there you have it. We won. Great push. Well, guys, I am Plague Spores. If you like this, please feel free to comment, like, or subscribe.